Welcome, everybody, to My AI Live. Today is Monday, December 2nd. My AI Live, we get together every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific to show you the incredible My AI system. We're actually showing you different ways to do social media. We're showing you how to build on social media, starting conversations, moving the needle on your business. We're also giving you some insight, some mindset work, and some ideas of retention for your team. Lots of stuff we're covering here each day. That's why you want to come each day, because each day it's going to be different. We try not to do the same thing twice. And so lots to cover. Jean, glad you're here and you're on camera, honey. Makes me so happy. Good to see you, Danielle and Carol. Paul, good to see you, honey. There's Gerald. Gerald, I think you're new, aren't you? Are you new?
I'm new to recent, but I was on.
Oh, my thing thinks it's a microphone. Hold on. My speaker thinks it's a microphone. Let's try that. Now, can I hear you?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can. I never wanted to sway dreams, even for my microphone. My microphone sometimes thinks it's a speaker. I'm not going to tell it can't be. So it's kind of a rule of mine, but
I was on several months ago and then I've been absent, so I'm just coming back.
Well, I'm glad to see you here today.
Thank you.
Eldon, I'm going to use one of your posts today, if you don't mind, as an example. Glenn, good to see you. Steve's here. Johnny from South Africa, good to see you. Mary, great to see you, honey. All right, so last week we talked a lot about the short text only post, right? And starting conversations. And so it's really, really important that we really get conversations started. Now, for a couple of different reasons. First, I want everybody, to really think about this. We're not Pepsi or Coke, right? We can't spend millions of dollars or billions of dollars on advertising every single year and be able to get people's attention into their subconscious. So when they go to the store, they just grab our soda and they don't even know why they're doing it, right? We don't have that ability. We don't have the ability to be like, Ralph Lauren or whatever fragrance company to have pretty woman. My gosh, I can't even remember her name for the life of me. Just escaped me for a second. But anyways, in some beautiful gown that shows the perfume, and then every woman is going to think, oh, if I use this perfume, I'm going to look like this, right? That's the subconscious programming that the commercial's trying to give you. In network marketing, we're not doing that, right? Now, if you have a lot of money, you could do that, but it's not duplicatable for most of your team. And so really what you want to do is be able to brand yourself and start conversations, and then teach your team members how to have conversations also, because conversations are what's going to be key. Most network marketing companies choose that route to build because it takes some education for their products, right? It takes some talking, it takes some explaining. It takes these things that a normal 30-second commercial isn't going to cover, right? And they don't want to spend a lot of money trying to educate the consumer in that direction. So they choose the model of using wonderful people like you to explain the model and explain what it is that their product is. So knowing that, we have to think about, well, this is a business that requires conversations. How are we going to have conversations? Now, in the old days, when I first started in this business, they told you to go to a grocery store and try to find people to talk to. Anybody remember those days? Not a lot of fun for a lot of us, right? Especially if you are more introverted. But one great way to start conversations is on social media. No, not Charlene. It's Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts. Yep. That pretty dress and the pink perfume or whatever. Yeah. So it's so for us, we need to start conversations. And one thing that Tom Chenault taught me over the many years that I've worked with him and Denise is that conversations will get you everything in life. Relationships and conversations are everything. The problem is a lot of times we don't know how to have conversations. And we're fed all these things of make yourself look like this, make yourself look like this, take a picture in front of this car, and blah, 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 blah. Can't be authentic that way. Very hard to really build real relationships that way. But on social media, it is possible to build real relationships. And we're teaching you that every day here on the My AI. And last week, one of the ways that we covered that we haven't covered in a long time, but I want to make sure that we really nailed today, is that short text only post. The short text only posts are amazing. They're amazing for a couple of reasons. First of all, they're a great way to ask a question that will start a conversation. The second thing that they're great at is helping your algorithm, though. See, the thing of it is that when we first started out on social media, we think I'm going to post and every single one of my people is going to see it. So maybe you have 20 people or 50 people or 100 people or 1,000 people or 2,000 people or 5,000 people. We think I posted and every single one of those people they're going to see my post. And the truth is, they don't. In fact, very few people will see your post. You know, it's interesting. When I go on my news feed, sometimes the posts I see are 4 and 5 days old. Now, people will be like, what? What do you mean? I'm taught that I have to post at this time and I have to do this and I have to do that. Actually, you have to make the social media platform believe that these people want to see what you have in the first place. That's the biggest thing. So many times when I go on my news feed, I'll see posts, it's 4 days old, 3 days old, 4 days old. Now, does that mean that people didn't post right now? Oh, they did. But Facebook is showing me what it thinks I want to see so that I will stay on its platform so it can show me more advertising, so it can sell me more things. That's the whole point of social media. It wasn't I can't even say the word, thing where I'm going to make something so the world can connect with each other. No, it was actually, it's so that they could sell advertising and they have this wonderful plan for their business of making money. Now, if we understand this, we can use it for our advantage and we can create a win-win. That's it. Thank you, Paul. That's the word. Could not say it for the life of me. So we can create a win-win. I am not against social media making money because they're helping me make money. So I'm fine with it. So we're going to use it to our advantage. Now, knowing these things, now that we've got the foundation, let's talk social media. Okay, let's talk the conversation. Now, a couple of months ago, I did a post about a woman who asked men how we could respect them more. And she got like 700 comments from men. Okay. Steve's done this where he's asked women questions and women comment. And now he's got all these conversations with women. Eldon did this post about asking about Thanksgiving. So does anybody remember last week, Eldon did a post. Here's, say wave hi, Eldon. So Eldon did a post about Thanksgiving and asking where in Tennessee, and he got comments, right? Now, the only way so number one, we have to set the intention of what we want to do. We want to start more conversations, right? So I'm going to give you a short text only post today that can start some great conversations. If you don't have your own, you're more than welcome to use the one I'm going to give you today. Okay. So number one, we want to make sure that we are starting conversations. That's the intent, right? Secondly, when we do this kind of post, though, it only works if we do the steps afterwards. So does everybody remember the steps? The step number one, set the intention of what we want, right? We said we want to start conversations. Second, we're going to post our short text only post. But what do we have to do after that? We posted it. We threw it out there. I think Danielle has my answer. Does Danielle have the answer today?
Yeah, you like the comment and then you reply back.
Right, exactly. And what's the thing that should always be in the replying back to their comment?
A question.
There we go. See? Now, it only works partially. It's funny when people will say things like, well, this didn't work. And it's like, well, you only did the first step. You didn't do the second step. You have to do all the steps, right? So step one, we make our post. Step two, as people comment on the post, we comment back on their comment. addressing the comment that they said, and we ask a question. Why do we ask a question? Steve, I'm probably going to use some of yours today too, if you don't mind. Hopefully you did your homework.
Because it can lead to a conversation.
Right, exactly. And that's what we're trying to do for two reasons. Number one, starting the conversation with the person. If you and I were right in front of each other right now, and I asked you, hey, how you doing today? And you said fine and didn't say anything else, how easy would that conversation be for the rest of the conversation? Pretty hard, right? But if you say, I'm great, how are you doing today? Then I can respond, I could say something and then ask something back and forth, right? It's that same concept on social media when we're going to do these short text only posts for two reasons. One, we could start conversations with people that could lead to going over to Messenger, that could lead to a Zoom or FaceTime call, which could lead to a conversation about our product or our business. Okay, that's number one. But number two, and equally important, and really I need you guys to get this, okay? This is equally important, if not sometimes more important. If you respond, so the social media platform sees that you are interactive, which will keep people on their platform, so they'll show your post to more people. You're actually cutting your own throat when you make a post and then don't comment on the comments. Now, I get we all get busy. I've gone through a lot the past couple of months, and I haven't been the best at all my comments, keeping up as normal as I was sitting with my mom in the hospital and stuff. But we have to make our best effort. Now, here's the thing. If you failed, here's the last part I wanted you guys to get today. If you failed, is it too late? No. The cool thing is you can go back and start making comments on those posts. Will it get the exact same amount of traction? Probably not, but it will get more traction and it will help your algorithm, because every time that the platform sees that you're responsive. And for those of you who are digital creators and you haven't been commenting on your comments, you'll see Facebook even nudge you and say, your people are saying things that you get more response if you, I don't remember the exact way the word, but Facebook will even nudge you and tell you, hey, you've got fans waiting to hear from you. Okay. They understand that the more interaction that's created on their platform, the more dopamine hits people are getting, the more they'll stay on their platform. For us, the more conversations that we start and do and come back and forth leads to two things. Our algorithm increases. Our posts are shown to more people because, first of all, Facebook or Instagram or any of them thinks that people are interested in what we're saying. And number two, they see that we're interactive, which makes them, so you've got the double whammy there of helping your algorithm, right? Plus also you get the benefit of this conversation could go somewhere. Now, last thing I want you to get for sure. Some people will say to me and have said to me, yeah, but it's one of my team members. I don't want to talk to them. Okay. Now, I get it. You can't sell to your team member over again, but by having that interaction on social media, they feel like they're a part of your tribe, number one. Second of all, they're still helping your algorithm. When they comment and you comment back and you have that quick conversation back and forth on there, social media doesn't know that they're your team member already. They just see that somebody is actually interested in what you are doing and what you have to say, and it helps your algorithm. So whether it's your team member, somebody you know, a family member, or somebody you even don't like, still comment back, okay? So let me show you let me show you a really neat idea for a short text only post, and let me show you some people's short text only posts. So I want you to see a little bit of how this is working, and then I'm going to give you one that I think is going to be really, really cute for us today. So first, need to be smarter than the average bear. Here we go. Yay, I did it. Okay, first of all, your replays, of course, are always here at the official corporate Nowsite group. The official corporate Nowsite group is where you are going to find your replays. Please make sure that you are a part of this group. We have announcements coming up of new things that we're doing, new things that are being launched. And so we really want to make sure that everybody's in here. Next, if you want to know more about me, here I am. My name's Elizabeth Larson. I'm a personal business transformation coach, teacher, trainer, author, speaker, professional network marketer. I have been building businesses online and teaching this social media, websites, blogging, conversations, all of this stuff for over 10 years. I started out on the stages of an essential oil company a long time ago. And been doing this for a very long time. Love what I do. I have the Zig Ziglar philosophy. If you help enough other people get what they want, you can have what you want. So if I just make sure that you guys get what you want, everything else will be taken care of. And I truly embrace that philosophy. Okay, now we're coming over here to Nowsite. No, I want to do this first. Before we come over to the Nowsite, I want to come over here to some people's post. So let's go check out Eldon. Now, I'll tell you, if you do a short text only post, you'll want to do your conversations because I'll pull you up on here. Okay. Let's see. Where is your Thanksgiving post, Eldon? Where'd it go? It's bizarre. I just had it because it came up on my thing. There we go. Nope. There we go. Where do singles go for Thanksgiving in Tennessee? Looking for ideas for myself. Okay. Now let's see, that looks like 28 comments. That's what it looks like. Let's look at some of the comments, okay? So if we go over to comments, we'll just look at some of the most relevant ones right now. So when somebody responds, remember what Danielle said, when somebody comments on our posts, we are going to comment back, right? Back and forth. That will help our algorithm. And so the next person, do the exact same thing. Next person, do the exact same thing. So Eldon, you have some ones that you can respond to that will help your algorithm. And look at this one. A pizzeria. Fantastic. Actually giving to new things. All right. Let's go over to Steve. All right, Steve, I'm going to look for some of yours. Lots of different great posts, by the way. Hey, fellas, if you're single, what was that?
He needs more friends.
He needs more friends? Steve?
Yeah, look at his number.
What is his number?
He's right.
8,400 followers? Yeah.
I need more friends.
You need
Can
more.
somebody please friend me?
All right. Hey, fellas.
How about a transfer?
Hey, fellas. If you're single, what activities do you do for your Thanksgiving holiday? Okay. Cute. All right. Now, here's the thing. This is what's going to happen. First of all, I want you guys to see this. And I know Steve will let me do this because he'll just give me crap later. It's okay. All right. Each one of these that isn't responded to, remember, is a lost opportunity to be able to kick your algorithm up even further, to show social media that what you're saying, people want to see, and that you are responsive to people. Okay. So hearting, not enough. You want to make sure that you always say, so single father, since we're not big eaters, probably just making chicken and stuffing meal. This one right here, Steve coaches men who have gone through bad breakups. He's also a personal trainer. He has a lot of credentials, right? Very, 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 very qualified gentleman to help people, right? He's also one of my coaches, so I can pick on him. All right, so David right here just said he's a single father. What does that tell for if you are Steve and you're a coach and you coach men who've gone through breakups and you coach men to get their vigor back, you're helping people build businesses. He also has a network marketing company. What does that one just say right there? I'm a single father. Since we're not big eaters, probably just making chicken and stuffing meal. Single father. That could very well be his ideal client right there. Does everybody see that? Okay, he coaches men. He coaches men that are not in married and all those kinds of relationships, right? He coaches single men. Perfect. There's his person right there. So commenting on back, he could say, yeah, completely understand that. Have you always cooked, or did that start after your divorce, or start, when you became a dad? Different questions that he can ask back and forth, right? Go to Sisters or Cancun. This guy loves the ocean. So there's some things that he could do in there also, right? Okay. There's one other, and I don't know if I can find it in time. We'll give it a shot. Yeah, you make so many posts, it's probably going to be too hard for me to find. All right. So now, what is the post that we're going to do today? If you're going to do a short text-only post, here is one idea that could really start a lot of conversations. What's coming up this month? Christmas, right? Write me a short text-only post. And why do I say write me a short text-only post under 130 characters? Why? Why under 130 characters? Because on Facebook, if I'm going to use Facebook's colored background to ask the question, the only way it works is if it's under 130 characters. There is a workaround of backflip, blah, 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 but I'm not going to teach that here because it's too complicated for most people. If you want to know that, let me know. Okay. All right. So write me a short text only post under 130 characters asking the question, if you could have one thing, no matter what it was for Christmas, what would it be? To see a person again, a physical thing? Okay. So I'm going to hit get started. When I hit get started, I'm going to hit post. When I hit post, I'm going to come over to my profile. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit this colored button. Now, since it's a Christmas post, I'm thinking green would be in order, and then I'm going to copy it in. Now, remember, if it stays green, it's under 130 characters. If it does not stay green and it goes white, that means I've gone over the character limit and I have to erase some characters. So let's see. How many characters do I have? Boom, too many. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the star and see if that helps. Oops, I want my Christmas tree back. There we go. If you could have one thing, no matter what it was for Christmas, what would it be? To see a person again, a physical thing? Okay. Now, I'm going to hit next. When I hit next, I'm going to post. Now, your regular posts will always be under your pin post. Your pin posts are things where you put things with links or things that you want people to see if they come to your profile. So here we go. If you could have one thing, no matter what it was for Christmas, what would it be? To see a person again, a physical thing? Now, each time somebody goes and comments on that, I will write a comment underneath and we'll go back and forth, right? Now, one other thing, and I'm going to put this in the comments also so you guys have it if you want to use this particular one. I'm happy to share this with you guys. So give me just a second. Let me put it in the comments. Now, one other thing to think about. You could actually, if you train your team, which hopefully you are, if you have a weekly training that you do for people, your team, Jenny does these healthy, I don't know, they're healthy something meetings where they get together and they talk about healthy things. So any of these kinds of things, you could use it for short text only posts to say, hey, getting ready to teach a class on such and such. What's your biggest struggle in this area? Now, what does that do? That gives you a way to start the conversation with people, gives you ideas for how to teach your team, and also could possibly lead to a conversation about your product or business later on too. So there's another one also. Okay. So let's take a few minutes. We are going to do our posts right now, and then I'm going to do questions during this time. And one thing I want you to remember, ultimately, you have to set the intention first, right? What do I want? More conversations. Increase my algorithm, have conversations that could lead to something else. And as you continue to do this, you're going to actually really start seeing your social media take off, because one of the biggest things people say is, well, how can I get my algorithm up faster? How can I do this faster? The two things that you can do to increase it faster are one, short text only posts. Number two, reels and video. And number three, groups. Joining groups where people and friending people in groups so Facebook sees you growing. Those are the three things you could do. Same thing with Instagram, reels, video, conversations. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the 5 minutes, and then we'll do questions during the 5 minutes. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with, because short text only posts don't take a long time, so I should be able to see some of yours. Steve, this is not the time you go off camera. I got to tease him a little bit. We're really good friends. All right.
Yes, it is.
I want to see a post from you.
I'm on my phone. Relax.
All right. Like to see yours too, Jenny, if you have one today. All right, let's go through. All right. Oh, you're on your phone, Paul. Oh, goodness. Thank you for that, Paul. All right. Daniela, stick around to afterwards, and I will get you the link to do that. Thought Coach John had sent that to you, but I don't know if he couldn't find your information or what, but stick around to after this, and then I will get you the link for that. All right. Carol, did you have a question? And Paul, does Paul have a question? So questions first. Paul, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I just wanted you to see the back at that post you were doing.
Yeah.
You were looking at from with that had Steve in it. You were talking about Steve.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can bring that back up. I just want to point something out.
Sure. I think I can. Let's go back over to Steve.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully I can find it. He has a lot of posts.
Wow.
Here we
There
go.
it is. Yeah.
Here we go.
So that's me there. Look at my what I said to him.
Great question, Steve, but I'm not single yet.
Yeah. Now this is why I'll never take Steve on as a coach. He's trying to create a client with me by telling me to hurry up and be single again. I mean, come on, man. What's wrong with this guy?
All
I think
about
he
the
likes
money.
teasing
All about the money, Paul.
I'll give you this, Steve. It's creative as all get out. Get married, guys, to get rid of them so they're single and you can get a client. I love it. Yeah, nice job, buddy.
Oh,
Thank you.
you guys are funny. All right, Carol, you're muted, honey.
All right, there. I saw something on Facebook, and it was a phenomenal site that you could go to, and it has different things posted all the time. But this was amazing, and I wanted to share it or send it to someone else, and I wasn't sure how to do that because it was actually showing a whale that had been caught in a net, and it took divers hours to release them, and it was very dangerous. And the whale comes up, and you see him actually trying to nudge, and he goes to each diver in the boat afterwards and nudges them. Literally, this gigantic whale. But I thought that was amazing, and I wasn't sure how to share that or forward it to people if I wanted to. Or do I become a group? If I want to follow that, I just follow the group. But
Okay,
I didn't know.
So couple questions. This was on Facebook, right?
Right.
Okay, and was it in a group or was it on a page?
It was some kind of group that it said phenomenal, events or something, and then different things are posted constantly.
Okay, so there's two things. One, if it's in a group and it's a video, many times you can click on the video and the video is actually outside of the group and somebody in the group put it in there. So you click on the video to where it's only the video on your computer and then see if it still belongs to the group. If it doesn't, then there should be a share button right in the comments area right underneath where it says share. If it's in the group, the problem that you're going to have is that it belongs to the group then. And then you have to ask the person for permission or how they got it to get it outside of the group, to get it outside of that area.
But the comment was talking about how we as humans even are relate and communicate with everything on this earth, so it could be a great conversation, but it was amazing.
It was. I would love to see it. If you can go back and find that video.
Okay.
I don't know if I can find, give me 1 second. I don't want to.
I just thought of it because I had saved it somewhere and I can't find it now, but
yeah, I can't find a video in a group that quick. I'm sorry. But here's your steps. Number 1, try to find the video again. Number 2, try to open up the video outside of the group. If you can, there'll be a share button where you can share it. If it's in the group and you cannot open it outside of the group, which means it's private to the group, ask the person for permission to share it and they'll get you the link for it.
Okay.
You're welcome. And I think it would be a great conversation. I think you're 100% right on there. All right, Danielle.
I think I tagged you in mine. I hope I did it properly.
Okay.
Check it out.
Does being in groups help bring up algorithms for your page, for your profile or your business page? Let me get you, where to go? There you are, Daniel. All right, let's share your post. And we're going to go over to Jenny. Okay, for Christmas, I choose abundance. The kind that fills our lives with love, laughter, and growth. What's on your wish list? Like it. Like it. Like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. So
Okay.
tell me
What's
one
your-
thing that's on your wish list.
Okay. My wish list?
Mhm.
Family. Just being with my family.
Okay.
And friends. Being with my family and friends. People who have nowhere to go, you know? Community.
Okay. So if I don't know how many characters you have left in here.
I don't. I had to remove one.
Okay. So I would go into the comments and I would put your comment first so people see, and then start it off with me first. This is what I want for Christmas.
Cool. Oh, you're so good.
That
Thanks.
would bring connection, right?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's go over to first. Let's stop this crazy timer. Since they've changed the timer, it's been a little funky. So Rita, I have missed you so much. I'm so glad you're here, girl. Oh my gosh, you have been missed. Okay. All right, let's go over to Jenny. Yay, Jenny gave me a post. If you could have one thing for Christmas, what would it be? Someone special to see or something meaningful to cherish? I love the way that was put. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now, with this post, like the one I did too, remember, when you put it back into things like this, when you put it to this, if you could have one thing, no matter what it was for Christmas, what would it be? To see a person, again, a physical thing. The kind of conversations you're going to have with this could be people who are missing people, which can bring a deeper conversation. People who, like for Steve, a post like that could be something to the effect of, oh my gosh, I wish I could fix my relationship or something like that, that could start conversations for his coaching and stuff like that, right? So you're going to see a lot of different things on these kinds of posts. So be prepared for real conversations, okay? All right. Next we're going over to Steve real quick. Let's see what he came up with. All right, we got
Nothing Christmassy.
it's not Christmassy. Feeling the Thanksgiving tough blues.
Trow.
What?
Trow. Thanksgiving trow.
Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. Oh my gosh. I really gotta get my contacts. What else am I missing without my glasses on? Or were you a victim of Black Friday fleecing? Share your survival tips in battling the sales aftermath. That's hilarious. That is actually really funny.
Thank you.
Okay, I like it. All right, next is, I think, Sarita. Let me go. I really got to go get new contacts. I have bifocal contacts and they don't seem to be working as well as they used to. Sarita, by the way, your profile pic is perfect. That is gorgeous. Love that, honey. Love the necklace too. I have that necklace. Next holiday is on the way. If you could have one thing for Christmas, would it be a person or thing? I love that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. And I'm excited to see the kinds of conversations that come up. But remember, this only do short text only posts if you are going to reply back to the things. Okay. All right. Let's go over to Vicky. Let's see what Vicky's up to today. Snow and cold. Yuck. Let's gather and escape somewhere warm for a few days. Who's in it with me for this quick getaway? you're probably not going to get as many responses with the short text only posts is more about overall conversation. So the question I would probably put instead is, what's one place that you would want to go? Let me know, looking for new ideas or something like that. If you do that, you'll get more of these kinds of posts or more conversation, because then people will think about escaping, because you're in travel, right, Vicky? Where is Vicky? I can't see her.
Yes.
Yeah, there you are. You're in travel. So to get the conversation started towards travel, the first part's perfect.
You can change it. I had to keep.
I can't change it. I can't get in your Facebook account. I'm not that powerful.
I'll change it. I had to keep taking words out. It was crazy.
It is. It
I
is.
didn't get that 130 characters.
So I would probably go snow and cold, yuck. I want to escape somewhere warm for a few days. Where should I go? Need ideas or something like that. I would make it more about you escaping, which will give other people the idea of escaping.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Great job, Vicky. Glad to see you here today, honey. Okay, Eldon, who are you going to miss this Christmas? Share the love and reach out to those who make your heart smile. Yeah, it's okay. This is more in line with a public service announcement. You ever hear those public service announcements? Kind of get that, it kind of has that feeling of it. Not a conversation, not a response, not really looking to have any conversation, more of a public service announcement. It's nice. It won't get you as many conversations. Let's go to the other one and see how that one did. Who are you going to miss this Christmas? Let's cherish and hold those dear and close to our hearts. That's okay too. Who are you going to miss this Christmas? Let's cherish and hold dear those close to our hearts. Más o menos. Más o menos. I don't feel like you're going to get as many conversations when you give a directive. So maybe a couple of things to work on there. All right, let's see what else we got here. Anybody else did anything? Nope. 14 hours ago. 14 hours ago. Facebook thinks that I want to see this, and I do. Beautiful. What are you? Okay, question. Whoops. Why did my thing look amazing? Okay, so there you go. Question in there, reason for the question, right? And that's what you do. The second part is going through and commenting on other people's posts. Now, one thing I want you to do is when you look, see what it is that you stop and look at, right? What do you stop and look at? Gratefulness turns, reflect on the little blessings and spreads kind of like that. Okay, so look at the things that are actually making you stop and incorporate those. By the way, love this photo. Okay, who are you going to miss this Christmas? I miss my older brother, Glenn. Okay, that one works too. All right, and then last one, we're going to go to Lamantha. And here's Ashley. Christmas is coming soon. How many of my parents are ready for this holiday season? Are you ready to celebrate? The only problem with yes or no questions is that you will get yes or no answers. So one key to having powerful conversations, whether it's in person, online, or social media, is ask an open-ended question that cannot be answered in a yes or no. Are you good today? Yes. Stops the conversation. How are you feeling today? Well, I'm feeling blah, blah, blah. Oh, see how it starts more conversation, right? Always try to avoid the yes or no question. All right, Lamantha, let's go over to you, and then I got to wrap this up.
Okay, I made one, but I made a sort of error in there because I didn't get the color, and I instead of saying you, I said I. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Okay, so Lamantha, if the color goes away, that means you have too many characters. That means you have to delete something in it. So here it is. If I could have one thing for Christmas, it would be to see a beloved relative again. There's been nothing more precious than family. So first, I would probably take out that emoji and see if the color came back.
Okay.
But really, it's asking a question. So anytime you make a short text only post, ask yourself what the question is. If I could have, so you're right, it should be you. If you could have one thing for Christmas, what would it be? I would want to see a beloved relative again. That would be fine. But
Okay.
you always make sure that the question's out to somebody else and it's an open
Right.
question that can't be answered in a yes or no.
Okay. All right.
Charles did a great one here. What are you most thankful for this year? That's a great one also, especially around Thanksgiving and the week right now. That could work well as well. Great job, Lamantha. Glad you're here today, honey.
Thank you.
All right. So see how those work for you today. Tomorrow, I want to check back with you guys and see all of those. And we'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. Hug someone. Tell somebody you love them. If there's a conversation that needs to happen, go have it. Life is precious. You never know how much time you've got. So go, 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 go. Remember, the work that you're doing out there, you may think you're just building a business. You're not just building a business. You're affecting people's lives. You're giving them hope. You're giving them the ability to make money. You're giving them the ability to get into better health or travel or whatever it is that your product does. If you look at it as that, like you are a servant helping other people, I promise you your business is going to grow a lot faster. Zig Ziglar always said, you can have anything you want if you help enough other people get what they want. When we switch our mindset to helping other people get what they want, I promise you your business is going to grow like crazy. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific here on My AI Live. Feel free to unmute as you leave. And thanks so much for being a part of this community.